Hello mountain chums, me again today. Today we're in a slightly overcast Thackthwaite beside Lowes Water and Crummock Water, and just down in the valley there is the River Cocker, from which Cockermouth gets its name. It's about 10 to 6 on a Sunday evening, and rightly or wrongly, possibly both, I've decided to do a couple of little Wainwrights, Low Fell and Fellbarrow. Thank you. I think there may have been a beautiful song thrush. Oh, hello. Despite the name, Low Fell is actually a little bit higher than Fellbarrow. When Wainwright wrote his books, the heights were not accurate. Apparently they are now accurate, but we will come to that in a minute. Oh, what a lovely evening. There appear to be some diagonal paths off to the left, but we're not going to do that. We're going to follow the main path, or path, and then bend round to the right and then over to the top. This is recommended in a guidebook as being a great walk for a summer evening. And although it's only late spring, I cannot disagree. It is beautiful. Oh wow, we can see across to the Buttermere fells. That is one of this walk's great advantages. Spectacular views down over Crummock Water, over Buttermere. I think I might even be able to see across the Irish Sea. Nowadays, Low Fell is owned by Land Plant Trees Community Interest Company, and as the name suggests, they like to plant trees, but they're also encouraging heath redevelopment, the restoration of bogs, and generally putting nature first to create a more diverse habitat so that nature can recover. And for that reason, a bit further around the fell, there's a new fence that's been put in to keep the sheep out. Hello. Hello my herdy friends. At this wall and this gate, the path heads round to the right and then meanders back on itself a bit further up the hill. Famous last words, but I was really expecting this to be a complete washout today. The Met Office forecast was for thunderstorms, but here we are on a beautifully dry evening with a stunning view out over the epic hills with the sun on them. Oh, you can't say fairer than that. I can barely say that. The little hill dead ahead is Fellbarrow. That should give you some idea of quite how pocket-sized this walk is. A boutique walk, if you prefer. Well, I certainly don't. I don't know why I called it that, sorry. Oh, I'm getting a little delirious. We come back down most of this way, off Fellbarrow. Oh, this is I don't want to rub it in, but this is a beautiful evening. I'm only mentioning it because it's genuinely taken me by surprise. In a minute, we're going to zigzag off to the left, and then right, and then left, and then right, because that's how zigzags work. And I don't think we're that far away from the top. I cannot overemphasize, this is not a big hill. I mean, the clue is in the name. Ah, sunshine and everything. There are some paths that head off to the left here, but I think we just go to the end of the up and then turn left. Try not to make your own paths or paths. They're usually unnecessary and often destructive. Having said that it's dry, it looks like rain off over there. If my geography is correct, which isn't guaranteed, I think it's raining on Scotland. Sorry, Scotland! Now that, my friends, is a view. That's Crummock Water dead ahead. Can't see Buttermere from here, but I can just make out the top of Fleetwith Pike, Ranadale Knots, the stunning Buttermere Fells, and then round, I presume that's Pillar. Oh, this is nice. We'll be coming back most of this way to go on over to Fellbarrow, but it's not too high. It's a nice easy walk. Off to the left, a Whiteside, Grassmoor. A bit further over, just poking out Hopegill Head, which you can also do as part of the Coaldale Horseshoe. Aha, this is the anti-sheep fence, marking out the edge of the Low Fell Nature Reserve. Good work. Buttermere's just peeping out now. There you go then, that's Low Fell, 423 metres, 1,388 feet. I think Wainwright treated the next little lump down as the summit because apparently the views are better. And as we're here, and on such a lovely evening, let's go and do that. Why spoil the ship for a ha'porth of tar? I've been listening to too many sea shanties, I do apologise. I'd say it's worth a little effort. You get a beautiful view over the Loweswater Fells. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Oh, what an evening! What an evening! We are so lucky. Right, let's head over to Fellbarrow and then home for pie. Come on then. It's about 2 miles from the top of Low Fell to Fellbarrow, and it's a fairly straightforward path. We don't have to go too far down, I don't think. We should just follow the ridge along. We should have enough daylight for a good saunter there and then back home. And if not, we'll walk in the dark. I have my torch, always carry a torch, even if you don't need it for walking in the dark. Mountain rescue like it. It's a lot easier to find a light in the hills than it is to find a whistle. So always carry a torch. Come on. It's a lot of cheeky herdies trying to get through the gate. Not today, my friend. Not today. Okay, the path we came up is dead ahead. We're going to head to the left and make our way over the ridge to Fellbarrow. I know. What can you do when you're a sheep out on the hills? Oh, I think I can see the Solway Firth. The exciting sunset is slightly dying down, but we're not far now. I spy the trig point and a sea of cotton grass. There you go, that's Fellbarrow, 416 metres, 1,365 feet. To the west and north of the Irish Sea and the Solway Firth, across the Cumberland Plain. To the east, the northwestern fells, Lawton, Whiteside, Grisdale Ridge, all the way to Skiddaw and Blencathra. This is a beautiful walk and I cannot recommend it highly enough. Okay, time to get off the hill and go to the pub. Come on. There are ways off in either direction, but we're going to go right, head back the way we came, and then back down the gully. I think it's probably the quickest way, and time is pressing. We also get an amazing view back up Buttermere Valley. In fact, the clouds are coming down a bit. Probably best to get off the hill, I'd say. Fortunately, we don't have to go all the way back up above the zigzags. There's a path off to the left that joins up somewhere beneath the zigzags, through the trees. Wow, the clouds have taken on this amazing sort of purplish colour. So that comes out just at the bottom of the zigzags, and then it's that lovely straight path down. Oh, hello. That's quite the view to finish this walk off. Red pike looking stunning in the evening light. Oh. From here, we'll turn left, head back down the row of trees, back through the little gully. The evening song. And this brings us back to the road. Oh, what a lovely evening's walk. And that's about it from me for today. Thank you very much for watching, if indeed you still are. If you've enjoyed this, do please like and subscribe. Join us for another time, hopefully, for another walk in the lakes. Stay safe. It's interesting how many projects there are now to return over-sheeped hillsides to natural environment. Don't know what I'm talking about, bear with. But I can just make out the top of, what's it called? Field? No. Fear. Please hold, caller.